Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of that humble internet. I didn't know how to... This was because I didn't really know how to start this. My name is Ryan, aka the Ryan, just in case you're new. And we are back with another installment of The Winds of Change. My videos are going to seem a little bit more spaced out. I'm back working again. The quarantine from my job has been lifted, so I'm allowed to earn money again. So I've been catching up when I'm not doing work. I've been catching up on things like sleep. But anyways, let us continue. I like cathedrals. Is that not a good looking building? I nod and get ready to enter the church. Ulrich Pro Valessa 14. Wait for my move. It seems almost everybody respected Dominic's authority. Ooh. We have things to click on. What do we do first? This one. Hey! Pro. Is this anything that is drastically important for right now? Or is this things that I can look up in my spare time with another save slot so I can brush up on all the lore? Oh boy! Well, we gotta get his thoughts on all of us, right?
Whoa, you sure like putting me on the spot. I think you're cool. I mean, from what I've seen. At first, I didn't really have a clue, but it's better now.
I think, not for nothing, Alright, let me calm down so I can get my thought out. I think that has been 91% of everyone's reactions who's ever come across my videos and decided to stick around for more than half of one. I think you're cool. I mean, from what I've seen. Oh, that tickles me. That tickles me so very much.
You've had to make some tough decisions, Seer. That's one way to gain my respect. Push through adversity. I still want a one-on-one interview with you in the future, though. It seems like you're starting to become quite important. I'd hate myself if I missed the opportunity to probe your mind. That's something we can talk about later on, though. We're busy.
Oh, my mind's probably not one you want to probe around in. Trust me, when I was at the interview for my current job, they asked me, "So Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself." And I said to them, "I'd rather not. I really need this job." What about our little buddy Fortame?
Now, he's a guy I could see myself getting along with. Can't wait to spend some more time with him in our HQ. He speaks his mind, he's energetic, and he's careless.
And he likes apples and climbing things.
Wait, am I talking about him or myself right now? Yeah, you get the idea. We're like peas in a pod. I'm sure we'll have no shortage of good times.
And how about Valessa?
She's pretty cool. Seems to be pretty by the book. I mean, I don't see her breaking any laws or anything. I don't roll like that. Obviously, I live in a moral gray area.
No shit. If I remember correctly, this is the asshole that rummages through everyone's mail.
That's not to say she's uninteresting, though. I just don't see myself getting too close to her. It's better for me to stick to like-minded people. Who knows? Maybe she'll prove me wrong. War has its way of compromising almost everybody. I was born into this life, but I'm sure others can adapt to it.
That's it! No, wrong one. That's it! Good. Side story time. Grizz. Oh my god, that's right. The Batman or the Bat/Goat Man person and his compatriots. I'm doing the fucking Monica point again. Stop that. Grizz sits at his desk with his head in his hands, emotionally drained. Lilith enters his office, showing concern, but decides to talk business instead.
Grizz, sir. The papers have been sent back out. Alex Donata should know momentarily.
Slightly shocked, Grizz shakes his head and rests his hands on his desk.
Thank you, Lilith. I couldn't do this without you.
You give me too much credit. I'm just a glorified paper pusher. You do all the heavy lifting, you know.
He sighs and rests back in his chair. What's on your mind, Wolfman?
And it's starting to weigh down on me. Lilith, can we talk off the record for a moment?
Shall I debug the room, sir?
Of course, sir. Anytime you'd like.
It's about the occupation. As you know, I was involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. It's all in the past. You're a better man now.
That's the funny thing about the past, Lilith. It always has its way of catching up with you.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I wouldn't know where to start. But recently, Tomek agreed to work with me. I wanted exclusive access to Mazeo's spirit idol.
Okay.
You lost me.
You lost me at the start of part 1 of this series.
I want to atone for what I've done, Lilith. So many spirits, trapped in those suits of armor. An eternity of mindless servitude to the Triumvirate.
Yeah, that's bad.
And you can fix that with the spirit idol?
I hope so. Part of me always had some doubt, but today, I realized that this is my destiny. I can't doubt it or hide from it any longer.
Destiny? I'm not sure I buy into that stuff. I'd rather call the shots myself, you know?
Well, maybe purpose is a better word. At the end of the day, this is still my choice. But I wasn't certain until today. I saw something.
It wouldn't by chance be a 6'1" bipedal human walking amongst a sea of anthros, would it?
What did you see?
Back during the occupation, I killed so many innocent people. Made orphans out of so many children.
What? That's not funny. Wait.
I've been facing that for the last 20 years. But today was the first time I faced it in person. It's the seer, and those 2 companions he had with them.
Oh my god, he killed their parents! Ooh! Ooh! Do you think there's like a greeting card with that? They make greeting cards for everything, don't they? Like, you just hand them a card saying, I made you Batman. I could make money off that card. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry I killed your parents, but now you're Batman.
You mean Valessa and Fortem?
Fortem. I'm sticking with Fortem. I've been saying it this. Stop hitting your desk. This is what hitting your desk gets you, kids. Is it showing? Is it showing? I need to... There it is. I did that. I slammed down on it a little too hard during one of my funny moments. And pain. Not for me. Pain for the desk. Learn from me. Learn from my stupidity. I sidetrack my own playthroughs every other second. Now I've made a mess of my own work environments. Should have activated the voice.
Yes, Lilith, all 3 of them. I couldn't put my finger on why they looked familiar, but I just realized it. and I know I need to take action.
Well, my parents are still alive. I don't recall my father being struck down in the line of mailman duty by a giant wolf man. He places his head back in his hands, almost ashamed.
Spitting images of people I killed during the occupation. I have no doubt in my mind that their parents died by my hand.
Oh, well,
Played a part in condemning them, forcing them into this war.
First of all, thank you, World of Tanks, for notifying me of a successful update. I don't know if I should play that for the channel. I probably shouldn't. What I'm laughing at, I'm not laughing at him. I'm not laughing at you. You. Focus. You. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at her. So fucking her fucking face is killing me because she's over like, ooh, yeesh, I'm hearing all this. He clenches his fist, and was my camera set up right? I've been moving it non-stop. He clenches his fist, trembling as he looks up at Lilith.
And now, I must play my part in ending it. I'm going to those tunnels, right now.
I appreciate two things. I appreciate an actual different portrait of art, and this man's attempt at expressing anger. Lilith, how far down does your fucking hair go, girl? Jesus. Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? There's no books. I know I said this before, but that fucking symbol, I don't know, it reminds me of Dead Space. You know, I'm not moving the camera again. I'm just going to point it at the screen. I'm going to this, I don't know why. It's because it's kind of like spiral. It reminds me of it, and it makes me anxious. If there are necromorphs in this story, if that's how this ends, if this somehow becomes a zombie story, I'm gonna have to sit Clace down and ask him what the fuck. As soon as we enter, Dominic walks down the center aisle. Honestly, if Clace ever came across my videos, his reaction would probably be, who the fuck is this schmuck? He has mental issues. He trails a finger along the pews as he does, gathering up dust.
Not much time for triumvirate worship these days.
I didn't know people worship the fuckers. Why? He makes his way to the spirit out of the back of the church. Clapping his hands together, he frees himself of the dust.
This is the spirit idol of Maseo. Or so we thought until recently.
It remains dust-free, unlike the rest of the church. How suspicious. He places his hand on the altar, looking up at the idol.
We assumed it was dim and dying. You know, like the idol back in Valenorth. But that's not the case at all. We were shocked. The reason it's dim is because it's receiving power. However, the source of the power is deep underground. That's what the Triumvirate has been digging for. The entire reason for their occupation. And now, it's in the hands of the rebellion. First their sword, now the idol they sought.
Well, things are just coming up Milhouse, isn't it? He turns back to face us with a wide smile on his face.
It would seem the tables are turning. Feel free to rest for a few minutes. There's still a bit of a walk ahead.
Seriously? More walking? When are we gonna get to rest?
Trust me, you'll get plenty of time to rest. Just take a breather before we continue.
He points to the pews before walking over the door of the back corner.
This door will lead us to the tunnel, Seer. It's the final stretch, I can promise you that. Whenever you're ready, let's head on down.
That means I get to look around at other side stories. He presses his back against the wall and crosses his arms. Everyone seems glad that he was offering us a brief reprieve. I take a moving moment to collect myself before we head down. Ooh! Ooh!
Hey.
Hey. I just noticed his hand is My hand just immediately went to that motion. His is like this. He's close to it. He's not quite there with that finger point. What are your thoughts on Pro? Because I feel like there's a bromance a brewing.
I didn't trust him at first, but he's growing on me. I know he does a lot of shady things, but only out of necessity. I have no doubt in my mind that after the war is over, he'll change.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. How about Ulrich? You did almost kill him practice
Ulrich is
practice
probably my
fighting.
favorite person so far. I mean, he gave me free money earlier. Free! It's all thanks to him that I got to taste a Mazayan apple.
He likes him. Because he gave him money.
That's the one thing I was looking forward to. He's been nothing but friendly since we met him. Sure, he seems strong, but he's really gentle. Who would have thought that a guy like him has a soft side? Either way, yeah, Ulrich has been great. He's teaching me a lot. Maybe one day I might even learn how to use a greatsword like him.
One step at a time. How about Dominic?
He's so cool. I love being around him. I want to learn to be more like him, if I'm honest. Everybody respects him and follows his directions. He's going to make a fine leader after this is over. I actually doubted the rebellion, but he convinced me. This cause is in perfect hands. We're going to do this.
I'm so glad. What do you think the ending battle of this entire story is going to be like? It's definitely not going to be Avengers Endgame. Maybe something similar to Pirates of the Caribbean. Saying that only because pirates are involved in ships. Anything's better than the ending of Game of Thrones. I'm going to leave that can of worms. Are there any books? There are no books. Side story time. Bring it, Sovi. I need to hear this again. Activate. Activate.
Self-voicing enabled. Continuing their adventure through the docks, Savi keeps close to Shane. Leading everybody into a secluded back alley, he lets out a loud sigh. It was nice to get away from all the noise. Mazians were obnoxious.
This is magic. I should be in bed because I'm recording this after I got home from my night shift. But this... Yay!
What gives? This isn't the way to Valinor. But I guess you do like going backwards.
My mind is taking that in so many inappropriate directions.
Oh, we'll get there yet. I just have some business to tend to. Shane, can I talk to you alone for a moment?
Aren't you alone already?
Shane nods, and follows Savi deeper into
Savi.
the alleyway. Halen takes the note and stands guard, ensuring their privacy.
Look, something important has come up. You're aware of our moles within the rebellion, right?
Alleged moles.
I think moles.
Yes. Well, I found this at our drop point. I think it's something you'll be interested in.
Savi holds out a letter, prompting Shane to take it.
It's a letter written by Dominic. Why is this important?
Just read it, Shane. It's from Darmok to Valnorth's Elder. It seems your capture was just part of his plan.
What?
Nani?
Shane keeps reading the letter, his eyes shooting wide open. Every word was like a knife to the heart. He was betrayed.
He wanted me to get captured? Look at this. It says he hates me.
Dominic, where do you find these people that are this fucking retarded? His stupidity is angering me. I'm going to end up breaking my headphones. The stupidity actually hurts my brains.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way. But your mission was only a cover. He wanted to kill you off, Shane.
This is such a bad plan. How does this work?
That's not true. I refuse to believe this. I know Dominic. He wouldn't do this to me.
Are you sure about that? It makes sense when you think about it.
No!
He sent you there to gain intel, right?
This is like what I tell people when I use that line. It makes perfect sense when you don't think about it and do a bunch of cocaine.
He already had all the intel he needed. That was the purpose of the Exodus raid. They mapped out our entire castle, Shane.
Great fucking name for your raid, though, by the way.
What intel is there left for you to gather? None. Dominic just wanted you out of the way.
So, you're telling me Shane, who knows Sovi or Savi, or like soy milk here, who must obviously, compared to the other white wolf, husky, whatever the hell dog person, he likes physically torturing person. He has to have known. He would know, right? That after all this time, he is the one that fucks with your brain. I'm almost at a loss for words. Almost. If I truly was, I wouldn't be talking.
No.
We were merciful enough to give you a chance, Shane.
No!
We could have killed you, but we still found value in your life. I think that's way more than anything Dominic can say.
Tell me, Soybean. Why didn't you share this kind of information sooner then?
It really does look like his handwriting.
Oh my god.
I have no reason to lie to you, Shane. I know what it's like to have your world torn apart. It seems like all hope is lost, doesn't it?
You wanna be fun? If it turned out this was true and then I'm sitting here with egg on my goddamn face.
What should I do?
I will eat one of my hats.
You were planning to run away, weren't you? Maybe you thought you could lose us in the crowd? It's a good idea, but there's no home left for you there.
Why did you wait until now to show me?
Valid fucking question.
Because I have a favor to ask of you, Shane. And remember, I would never abandon you. I've had every opportunity to kill you.
A favor?
Sabi takes back the letter while he watches Shane fight back tears. It was a hard thing to accept being disowned by your family. But it was a pain that Sabi knew all too well. He could relate.
If it turns out to be true, this makes this entire sequence funnier.
He didn't respond just yet. He watched a silent rage build up within Shane. That would be perfect. For rage was an invaluable tool on the battlefield. With a smirk, Sabi finally broke his silence, placing a hand on Shane.
Don't worry, I'll still let you visit Dominic and the rebels. It's just, I have something different in mind for you. A chance to pay him back, if you'd be so inclined.
Shane's fists trembled in anger. In this moment, he was right where Sabi wanted him.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I can see why now. I'm apparently the biggest hope this resistance has. We're all royally fucked and a lot of people are gonna die. Yes.
Yes.
Yes!